and welcome back to my BookTube channel. I'm Sierra, also known as C's Library, and today is the third installment of the Book Journaling for 2025 series. In this installment, we're going to be working on our first reading tracker. A reading tracker is a great way to keep tabs on your reading throughout the year. It can help you monitor your reading goals and spot your preferences towards certain genres, like whether you're reading more fantasy than romance. And it can also help you just create a visual representation of your achievements. Let's first take a look at some of the past reading trackers I've created as an example that can maybe inspire you towards the ones you want to create. This year, I'm planning to create 2 reading trackers. A more detailed overview one where I'll write the book title, my rating for it, and the completion date of when I finished the book. And then a second one that's a little bit more simplified, designy one where I'll just color it in based off the rating for it. But there's a lot of creative options out there for reading trackers, so experiment with what works best for you and try out different methods. With that being said, let's get into the creative process for the first reading tracker. Before filming, I sketched out my idea for this tracker. I started by cutting the tops off the pages, leaving the first page intact for a nice background. I decided to use a Dutch door technique which saves space and avoids having to redesign each page from scratch. Then, I added some cute stickers to stylize the pages. I chose pinkish neutrals to keep it soft and cohesive, but you can use any colors or themes that resonate with you. This personalization makes the tracker feel unique and inviting. Next, I grabbed some markers to write my title and outline the sections based on my earlier sketches. For those who are new at journaling, using a pencil first can help you sketch out your ideas without committing to it right away. I made sure to leave a box of space between the outlines on each side, except at the top. I liked how it was shaping up, so I started adding my key information: the book title, rating, and completion date. You can include less or more information depending on what you want to note. To create some visual separation, I decided to use a lighter color to distinguish between the books. Instead of coloring every line, I spaced it out, coloring every other line for clarity. Later, off camera, I rounded the corners of the cut pages and added an outline around my title for some extra depth. And here's how the finished product turned out. Today's was a pretty quick project because it was a simpler design, but I'm really pleased with how this turned out and I can't wait to see it filled out throughout the year. Now let's talk about how to make the most of this reading tracker. Remember to update your tracker regularly, ideally right after finishing your book. This keeps your tracker current and helps you remember your thoughts while they're fresh. Use your tracker to identify patterns in your reading. Depending on the information you input in there, it can tell you whether you're drawn to specific genres, authors, trends, etc. And that can help you choose your next read because you know what you're interested in a little bit more. You can use your reading tracker to celebrate smaller achievements. For example, every 10th book you read could have a special design on it, so once you get to that point, you feel a little excited to fill that part in. Seeing your progress visually represented can be incredibly motivating. Whether you like to see how many books you've read or the ratings you've given a book, a tracker like this can really help you stay engaged with your goals. I know that for me, I get a little serotonin boost every time I fill out my tracker. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe. I'm so thrilled to be making book journaling content here, and I hope it's helpful for you. If you'd like to share your creations with me, you can on Instagram at @seas.library. Next week, we'll be working on a different type of reading tracker where it'll be a little bit more stylized and less writing heavy. Until then, happy reading and bye for now. Remember to update your tracker regularly. For example, for every 10 books you read, you can make the design a little bit different. So it's a little special achievement when you get there. Blah, 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 blah. For example, every 10 books you read, you can have a special design on that line so that way you can celebrate it in a special little way. Special, 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 special.